Hi class, I hope everyone is having a nice week. If you hear some elevator music in the background, that's actually the hold music while I'm waiting for some of you to join the office hours. While I had this moment, I sort of wanted to go back to the short paper from assignment 1, as I'm sort of noticing a lot of the same trends and some crossed wires on what the assignment was actually asking for. So I wanted to take a moment to go through each section of the rubric and talk about what the assignment was asking. Some of you have reached out to me with these questions, and I'm sure a lot more of you are going to have these same questions, so I thought it would be helpful to sort of share this proactively. So the first assignment question, which is actually the first rubric category, asked you to first define and then talk to why real-time marketing is important to marketing today. So this rubric section and this assignment question was really asking you to connect the idea of real-time marketing to the practice of marketing specifically today. So one of the ways you could answer this question in this prompt is first defining what real-time marketing is, then maybe defining what marketing is. I had shared in a previous announcement an AMA definition of marketing, which is activities for creating communication and delivering offerings that have value. So you could take that definition and the definition of real-time marketing and connect them together and talk about how real-time marketing could be an important way to be a successful marketer. The second question, and therefore the second section of the rubric, asks you a very similar thing: summarize what makes real-time marketing essential, but this time to the practice of public relations specifically. So sort of you could take a very similar approach, which is taking a moment to define public relations. You know, there are different definitions based on who you ask. So you could take one of those definitions, maybe the definition from the Public Relations Society of America, which talks about building mutually beneficial relationships between an organization and their public, and then talk about how could real-time marketing help an organization build those mutually beneficial relationships. So that could be one way that you could tie the practice of real-time marketing specifically to the practice of public relations. And then something I noticed a lot of you actually missed was that this assignment had a provided conclusion topic. So some of you had excellent conclusion paragraphs that I thought were very insightful, but unfortunately they didn't address the provided conclusion question, which was actually 30% of the points for the assignment, so a good amount of points were lost. So this third section of the rubric and the third provided topic wanted you to conclude your paper by identifying how consumers significantly and ultimately benefit from real-time marketing activities. So some of you had really great points about how real-time marketing activities benefit organizations, but that wasn't the ask here. So the ask was, you know, how does this significantly help consumers? So some of the points that were made was about, you know, putting the power back in consumers' hands or giving them a voice. Those were the type of topics that the assignment was looking for you to ask, was to really hone in on those consumer benefits. Not the benefits to the organization, because you probably covered those in those other two topics, but how does real-time marketing specifically give power and a voice to consumers in a way that they didn't have it before. So if you take a look at these three sections of the rubric, sort of the keys to the kingdom of the highest grade will be to answer these questions and also provide clear and specific examples from research. I know everyone's goal is to get a grade in that highest category, and including specific examples from research is an element of that category that you'll see repeated over and over and over again. So that then brings us to our fourth category, which is all about writing. So just sort of wanted to highlight a couple of things here in this category that I'm looking for, which is APA style format of your paper. So a title page, a separate reference page, a running header, all of those things that I've outlined in my previous announcements. Making sure that you have APA style in-text citations for any information that you learned from something that you read. So whether the information is paraphrased, I'm back, my screensaver popped on, whether the information is paraphrased or direct quoted, making sure that you're giving credit to where you learned that information from. And making sure that your paper has a thesis statement. And one of the ways that this is described is, this is a statement that could be argued one way or the other. And one way to think of it is you sort of make this statement in your introduction paragraph, and then your paper supports that argument in all of the balance of the paragraphs. If you're a little bit confused about thesis statement, the Writing Center has a whole section devoted to introduction paragraphs and thesis statements, and also great information about how to build really superior body paragraphs for the rest of your paper. So I hope this is helpful to some of you. And I did want to take a moment to end this video by saying, please don't freak out about your grade. This is just one assignment in a 1,000-point class. One assignment is not going to affect your final grade in this class at all. Writing is very hard. Academic writing is very hard. If it was easy, everyone in the world would have a master's degree. I think this is just the ramp up of the start of a new class, and you guys are getting used to the assignment and the assignment asks and how the rubrics are specifically written for this class. If you have any questions on your grade or my comments or anything I said in this video, please, please, please don't be shy in reaching out. One of the reasons I do these videos is to not only deliver information to you guys, but to hopefully show you, that I'm someone that you can approach at any time. I love talking about these topics, and I'm happy to do so. So please, please don't be shy. All right, everybody, hope you have a great rest of your week, and I hope to talk to each of you soon. Take care.